And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be continuing the patch 2.4 story with part 2, and we're here with Alpha Node next to Horch Font at Camp Dragonhead, and as always, hello from Mithrie. So let's continue with the next quest. So the quest is called Strength in Unity. So woe betide the heretic who crosses Alpha Node Levileur, who they shall feel the full force of his fury. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose of their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Mithrie of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Mithrie, pray join me in White Brim Front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Drudane have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillmont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there then. Good? Okay, so let's head to White Brim Front. So I like how this is all stepping slowly towards Ishgard and the expansion Heaven Sword. Or Heaven Sword. So many ninjas. So White Brim Front is not that far from Dragonhead, really. You'd have to run here, get straight in there. I'm guessing that it's here that we have to go right up the tower as well. Okay, so we have to go in here. Let's assume we have to go up. Okay, here we go. There's Drillmont. So the Signs of the Seventh Dawn wish to join in the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillmont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak, that selfsame frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to White Brim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Aymeric. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretics' lair. Mayhap Lord Drillmont has one in mind. Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for, and there is aught else you would have us do. Pray speak, and it shall be done. Okay, strength and unity done. So next quest. Dark words, dark deeds. Only the naive place of all their hope in the success of a single solution, and Lord Drillmont is anything but. So it seems as though we are always one step behind. Our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn. I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the self-same result. Fortunately, we are not without our options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Gulian. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Front. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing their intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir Jean Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with a heretic, do not interfere, simply watch and listen. I have seen to it the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Okay, so we're going to go spy on the suspected heretic. There we go. So the suspected heretic leads through the southwest gate. That's the spawn, like right in the middle of a fate, doesn't it? The suspected heretic follows the road to the east. So the suspected heretic heads south. Okay, so he says, hey, where in the seventh hells are you? I'm freezing my bollocks off here. I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the wall, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Bloody echo. Lower your voice and they'll hear us in Whitebrim Front. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are in Snowcloak. This is what you bring me? We already knew about... Our comrades in Boulders Down will use the tunnels. They're dead before they know what's happening. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? Cool. And now we have to tell Drillmont Whitebrim Front what's going on. So Snowcloak is also the third new dungeon that they've added into patch 2.4. So hopefully soon we'll get to see what's in there. But if it's a dungeon, I'll probably record it as a separate episode. Okay, almost there. Okay, here's Drillmont. So Drillmont says, well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation and confident they can thwart it. Their comrade in Boulder Downs are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. Okay, so that's complete. Next quest, First Blood. So the allied forces at Snowcloak are in danger, and Lord Drillmont would have you assist him in ensuring their safety. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulder Downs are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durydane Knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with the search. I know they take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulder Downs. If Halon is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Mithrie. The lives of our allies are at stake. Awesome. So let's go rendezvous with Drillmont's knights. Right down there. Okay. Just questioning if it'd be quicker to run for Revenant's Toll, but whatever. So hopefully soon I'll get to unlock Snowcloak, and then I've got a lot of new dungeons to do. Because it's not just a case of do each of the 3 new dungeons, it's also a case of do them enough to cap my poetics by the end of tomorrow. People really don't like this fate. It's like so many people die and it takes so long to kill it. Don't usually do this, Fate. Anyway, almost there. Aha, so there's a fight down there. Might as well use this food, I have no use for it. People helping me. Done. So search the heretics for their effects. Okay, so now we need to go back to Grillmon. So much running. I wonder what it's going to be like in the expansion when we have our flying mounts. If flying mounts will be quicker or if ground mounts will be quicker. So even with a million ninjas around, there's still no one doing this fate, which I find really funny. Okay, almost back. So Drillmont says, "My knight sent no word of your coming, Mithrie. What has happened? What is that in your hand?" So let's hand over this brittle parchment. It says, "Discovered on the body of a slain heretic. This yellowing document is covered in a complex code of seemingly random letters and numbers." By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Isar prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not a sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others. I'll wager that they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass a heretic something of value after all. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the the guardsman watches at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we had caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Jury Dane must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I cannot see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. Okay, so that's complete. Okay, so that quest is done. So the next quest is called The Path of the Righteous. So Lord Drillmont recognises that the situation in Snowcloak is coming to a head and that decisive action must be taken. So, time is of the essence, Mithrie. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloak unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them naught if they are cut down ere with, so their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may still be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Aymeric everything we have discovered. Okay, so let's now go to Snowcloak, which I believe is, right there. I've seen Behemoth in a while. I wonder how he's doing these days. Wonder if he's met any lady Behemoths and he's just run off. Almost there. Oh, loads of people here. There is Aymeric. So Mithrie, this is a welcome surprise, perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspected the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, I shall place my knights on high alert. Has Commander Levilleur been informed? The Braves must be made aware. Okay. I'm guessing there must be a lot of cutscenes around here if there's this many people here. It must be here, I am certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Confound it, this is all wrong. Iceheart has us scrambling to save our own skins when we will rightly be straining every sinew to find her and stop this damnable summoning. There she is. Come here, girl. Haven't seen her in a while. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Yida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levilleur. There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels, after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha, just as I suspected. Amongst this warrant of tunnels lies the entrance to Iceheart's lair. Summon the others, we're going in. A moment, Alpha Node. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We cannot say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is waiting for us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more of a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. A change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Aymeric, keep the heretics at bay here. You will go wherever that tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, or Papalimo will sulk. Okay, so let's now speak with the Stalwart Temple Knight. So the entrance to the tunnel, madam, is just over here. Had we not seen the heretics breaking the surface, we would have never noticed it. Per Sir Aymeric's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even though you encounter significant resistance, we cannot leave our post. Cool, so Snowcloak is now accessible. Awesome. So now that Snowcloak is accessible, we should have the... I think the expert roulette will unlock once I've actually done the 3 of them. So anyway, I guess the next part of the 2.4 story will be to do Snowcloak. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.